Hi and welcome back to my channel. I am Koala and this is my little nook in this end of the universe that we call YouTube. I am a shamanic practitioner, mainly within Nordic shamanism, and today I'm here to talk about the rune of the month. So you might know that I, for a period of time here on YouTube, shared rune of the day every day, just to see if people liked it and if it was viable as a concept to do so. I have stopped doing that. I might again in the future if people want to see it, but for now I only share rune of the day in on my Instagram. So you can find a link to my Instagram in my description below. So, rune of the month, or the monthly rune. So what is this? What is this concept? We're gonna start in that end of it, and then we're gonna go into the energies of the cosmos that is around us during the month of October in regard to the rune of the month. And then I'm gonna talk about the positive effects that can have for us, and then the negative side of it, the negative effects that it can have for us as humans and as individuals. And then I'm gonna go into giving some advice, if you want them, on how to deal with these energies during October. And then I'm gonna end by thanking you and promoting my Patreon, because from the 1st of October I will be sharing content on my Patreon in English as well. So let's start with it, shall we? So the rune of the month is Madr or Mannaz, and you can see it right here. So this is a rune that I calculate with runic number magic. So the rune of the month is something that is calculated, not drawn from my little bag. So with Madr or Mannaz as the rune of the month, what does that mean for the energies in the cosmos and for us as human beings for this month? So in October, when with these energies, that means that we will be in focus. Humankind will be in focus for October. So as always, the Earth Mother and all of the animals and all of the cosmos will of course be affected by what we do, because of everything that we have conquered and everything that we have taken upon us, and all the resources that we have gathered and stolen that we think that we can own. So of course everything else is affected by us, but for October the energies is gonna be more focused around what is happening with humankind in this period of time. And to be able to go into that, I need to explain a concept called the collective mind, or the collective spirit, more importantly the collective spirit of humankind. So I think that most people that is interested in spirituality or witchcraft or magic or medicine know of the concept of animal spirits. So with animal spirits, there are two different kinds, right? There are the individual spirits of different animals. So for instance, if you are often visited by a fox and you name that fox Eve, then that you have a personal relationship with the fox named Eve, and that fox is an individual to you. It's a person, but the spirit of the fox is something that encompasses all of the all of what a fox is, all of the good and the bad and the ugly, and everything that a fox is, from the way they hunt to the way they raise their family to how they feel empathy and how everything that is, you know, a fox. And in the same way, there is a human spirit. This is the collective spirit of the humankind, and that encompasses everything that is human, everything from compassion to greed to to our need to hunt and to gather and to you know, explore and whatever, everything that humankind encompasses as a species. That is the spirit that I'm talking about, and that is the space that I'm talking about, the energy that I'm talking about for October. And within the month of October, there's going to be a lot of tension, but also a lot of release. There's going to be a lot of conflicts within humankind as a species, and that is going to be reflected outside of us as well as inside of us. So there's going to be a lot of there's going to be a lot of conflicts, going to be a lot of tension, and for us as individuals, that means that we are going to be put in a place where we are drawn in different directions. We are going to be pushed in different directions, and we're going to have to realize new things about ourselves and about our peers, like what side of history they're on, what side of everything that we believe that they are on, and we're going to realize a lot about ourselves. So this can go in different directions, but we're all going to go through it. We're going to be pulled in different directions. We're going to be face to face with things that we haven't had to face before. So we're going to learn new things about ourselves and about the people around us and about the human race and the humankind as a species. And we're going to have to do that in one way or another. We're going to have to do that. So all through history, thousands and thousands of years, humans have been in conflict with each other over different matters, land, property. There's been you know, wars that have had a religious base or a cultural base or anything like that. The difference between then and now, because we are in a new era, we are in a new technological era, so the difference between then and now is mainly that we have a new place to war. We have the internet. We have different layers of internet and different new layers of that consciousness. We have this new space that we think that we can just run amok in. But this gives us a whole different planet to have conflicts on and to meet on. So that's the difference between now and then. We have a new space. We have a new place to explore. So anyway, there's going to be a lot of tension. There's going to be a lot of where do people stand. We have a new space to war. We have a new place to meet each other in good and bad. And you all know about the rabbit holes of the internet and the effects that the internet has on our views. That if you have a view, you go deeper into that rabbit hole and you have no concept of what the other rabbit holes are like, because you only see yours. And these are the things that are going to be more visible for us, or it's going to be more prominent that I am in this rabbit hole, you are in that rabbit hole, and the differences between people, the poles that we consist of. There's going to be clearer and more. It's going to come through much clearer where we stand, and there's going to be an internal exploration as well, and an internal struggle. So to go from the energies of October into the positive effects that this may have on us. So the positive effects for us as individuals could be that we get to know ourselves much better, and we get a clearer view of other people around us, and it helps us how to move forward. We can be triggered and pushed and pulled in directions that helps us to really stand up for what we believe in, to care for what we believe in, and how we want our future to look like as a human species. So even though the divide is going to deepen, it's also going to be clear on what side of the divide we are on, and we're gonna see that more. So it's a positive effect in we get to know ourselves and each other a lot better, and we get to explore that, and we get to really feel we call it in Sweden, we call it kämpaglöd. It's the glow of the the glow of the fighting spirit. So we really get to, you know, feel like, well, that won't do, I want to change that, and that sort of thing. So that's one direction this could take for the individual person. As a collective, it's going to be the same, but in a larger scale. So the divides are going to be much clearer. We're going to know where everyone, on which side everyone is on, and it's just going to be much more clear, and we can look at that as something positive, right? So the negative aspect of this is practically the same, because the exploration of the human self within us can be tough for some people, especially if you're one of those people that haven't really cared or haven't really done your research. Maybe you've gone into a rabbit hole and listened to everything they have to say but nothing else. You know the truth, but really you don't know anything. You're gonna get a lot of slaps in the face by the universe that's gonna show you that, oh, you don't know a thing. So it's gonna be hard for a lot of people receiving these insights. It's gonna really shine a light on the prejudice and the true opinions and where it came from. We do have an opportunity to explore this, that I'm going to talk about when I give advice in a moment. But so it could be hard for a lot of people to really see themselves and see, oh my, is this what I have been falling for all of these years? Is this what I really truly believe? Or, you know, or, oh my, what am I doing? What am I thinking? What am I, you know, all of those emotions. And on the collective side, it's also going to be the same. It's going to be hard truth and hard reality that is going to be visible, and it's going to be you know, the light's going to shine. It's going to shine a light on everything that divides us more as human beings, and all of the things that humankind encompasses as a human spirit is going to be visible, and we're going to see that in ourselves in a new way. We might have thought that, oh, I would never do that. I'm not that kind of person, or not that kind of human. But then you might be in a position where you realize, oh, but maybe I would if the circumstances were those or these or the ones they are now. That sort of thing. So the negative effects can be that we can feel really, really depressed by all of this, and we can feel the weight of it on our shoulders and on our hearts, and a lot of empaths might cry a lot when they realize that this is the state of not the world, but the humankind, because the world and the universe is so much bigger than us. But it's gonna be humankind in focus for October. So what are my advice for this month? My advice are two. One is to really take this seriously, to really step into yourself and sit with yourself when you have these realizations. So whatever you realize, you might realize that you are on the good side of it, then sit with that, and don't get, you know, don't let that go to your head. But realize what your role in it all is, and what the fight that you are a part of, because we're gonna be put in positions where we can no longer shut our eyes to that. We can't just go through life like this, not seeing, not hearing, not doing. So my first advice is to just sit with it, to realize that, oh, okay, this is me. This is who I am, and take the opportunity, when doing that, take the opportunity to understand where it's coming from. Did someone teach you all of this? Who have you been listening to? Where does it come from? Is it fake news or is it not? And if it's from inside of you, because that's the alternative, that it's something internalized, where does that come from? Who are you? So like, when you realize that you have this prejudice, and you find out, oh my, that's because I am like this. Sit with that, realize that, take it to heart, and really use that opportunity to grow as a human. And my other advice is to do this with compassion by stepping outside of it. So when you have when you're sitting with yourself, sit with yourself as if you were outside of yourself, asking yourself questions like, okay, so now we know where this comes from. How do we deal with that? And also see where it came from, and distance yourself from that, and give yourself compassion in saying, well, it's not your fault. You have responsibility for acting upon it, for speaking on it, for doing all of these things. But the origin wasn't your fault. And you can let that go, and you can grow from this. So give yourself grace, give yourself compassion and love. And when doing that, we can also, as an extension of that, do that for other people. If we can have compassion for ourselves, if we can have love for ourselves in that moment, and if we can hold ourselves in that moment of realization, we can also look at other people around us from that perspective of, okay, they did this. We don't know the cause of it. That's their story to tell, that's their journey to take, that's their exploration to make. But we can have compassion in the same way that we have towards ourselves, that okay, everyone has a background, everyone has gone through hell, probably their version of hell, most people have. We don't know how that affected them, and we shouldn't judge as much, because we don't judge ourselves. By the end of it, we shouldn't judge ourselves or other people. We should just come to new realizations of compassion and love, and we should bring that out into the world. So the result of October will hopefully be that we have more insights. There's going to be more divide. The divide is going to be clearer. It's going to be, more visible to us all. We're going to probably have to grieve that we don't have the same opinions as those people, and we are on different sides of this, and they might not be a way to understand each other because of all of these rabbit holes, and it's gone too deep, But at the end of this, we're going to have more understanding, more compassion, we're going to be more human, and we're going to have a better concept of what that is from the inside out and outside in. So I think at the end of October, we're going to be more divided. The conflicts are going to be clearer. It's not that we're going to be more of anything. It's just going to be clearer and more visible. But we're going to end October with being more aware as a humankind. And not all people might be this aware. There might be people that go into their bubble, their little rabbit hole. They don't want to evolve. They don't want to see anything but what they already see, and they're gonna be in denial. But those people might be in a place where they can lose a lot. They can lose friendships, they can lose connections, they can lose a lot of things in life, because even though they are in denial, other people is not gonna be, because other people are gonna see them for who they are, or the role that they have taken on in this world of ours, and their impact on it. So even though they might not realize how they hurt other people and what they do to other people, the other people are gonna see that and gonna, distance themselves, because some people can't be helped. But we're gonna do our best. So it's gonna be an interesting month. So remember to sit with it, but also to step outside of it, to gain perspective, to find compassion and love and understanding. So thank you for coming to this video about the rune of the month, that is Madr or Mannaz. And please like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want more content like this, or more content from a shamanic perspective. And comment if you have any questions, or if you just want to show me that you've been here and watched this far. Maybe leave me an emoji in the comments with a heart. So before I end this video, I'm gonna just talk a little bit about my Patreon. And so from the 1st of October, I will be sharing content on my Patreon in English as well. And for this month in October, it's a mental health awareness month, and my contribution to that is a series of videos here on YouTube with mental health from a shamanic perspective. And that actually starts soon. And on my Patreon there's going to be 2 bonus videos, one for all members and one for paying members, that I'm going to go deeper into subjects that are related to this. And when it comes to the runes, if you're a member on my Patreon for November and December, it's going to be all about runes. Koala Creep In, which is my little nook in this end of the universe, both here on YouTube and on Patreon, and for Instagram I'm Shaman Koala. It's going to be all about runes, because we get to, when we are in the middle of November, we enter the sun wait period. We wait for the sun to return at the winter solstice, and during those 6 weeks there's going to be a lot about runes on here and on there. So if you want to know more about the runic number magic that I mentioned in the beginning of the video, you should definitely become a member on my Patreon, because I'm going to share a video in November that is related to this. A video on the topic of runic number magic in English. And yeah, I think that's it for today. So, with all of that said, walk in beauty with yourself and with the human spirit. And I will see you in my next video, or wherever I see you in the World Wide Web. I'll see you when I see you. Xingling.